chairperson of the Queen's National Trust Fund, Matolo, convener and committee for Basotho in diaspora, our major platinum sponsors, Investec and Wiphold, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin my speech, if you could just allow me, I think sometimes protocol is very unfair. We always have to speak last, and when you do, people have already had their drinks. They're very merry and happy. And a lot of what you're going to say, you find speakers before you have already said it all. So you will bear with me if you're listening and you think, but we've heard this before. That's why I say protocol can be very unfair. It is a great honor for me to be in your midst this afternoon and to be part of this auspicious occasion. I wish to convey my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the people of Lesotho for your generosity towards Basotho children. As you are aware, Lesotho is among the least developing countries, although I've heard recently that we're no longer categorized as least developing. I don't know why, because you don't see the change on the ground. So we're still grappling with many of the socio-economic challenges that affect children and the youth directly and indirectly. We are faced with challenges of poverty among our people, high unemployment rate that most regrettably affects our youth with dire consequences, and the scourge of HIV and AIDS. We have witnessed the negative impact of these social ills on our children, the most vulnerable and marginalized in our society. Consequently, an increasing number of orphans and other children from vulnerable backgrounds earnestly look for assistance from everywhere. Without the modest intervention by entities such as the Queen's National Trust Fund, these children would have no refuge to navigate through these difficult challenges in life. It is only with your support that we can save these children from a life of poverty, vulnerability, and in some cases, from becoming victims of unfortunate instances of abuse and violence. Our theme this afternoon, effecting positive change, the power of giving back, is an appropriate theme, and its relevance will remain even in years to come. It is perplexing to realize that we never appreciate what little effort can do in changing the lives of less disadvantaged people. You're coming together to mobilize your contributions will certainly have a remarkable impact on the lives of our less fortunate children back home. The Queen's National Trust Fund underpins its programs on the generous support that it receives from the people of goodwill, such as the one gathered here this afternoon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, your presence at this maiden event signifies your attachment and the deep roots that you have that remain so embedded in the Mountain Kingdom. I know our country, small as it may be, has touched the lives of many people well beyond its borders. It is quite evident that, as we say in Sesotho, "Ngwana kgotso ha lebaletsa kgotso." The bond is a strong one, regardless of its origin. Today's event will remain memorable in the hearts of our trust. And I wish to thank everyone that has made time this afternoon amidst your busy schedules. And yes, I have seen how busy people are here in Gauteng. Very busy. No time for themselves. No time to go hiking. To attend this great event that holds the potential to positively impact on some life that is fast degenerating. At this juncture, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to single out two of our platinum sponsors, Investec and Withhold, for their generosity to support the Queen's National Trust Fund. And in this regard, I wish to recognize the Investec representative. Is it Mr. Kumani? Mr. Kumani. Did I say your last name correct? Is it Chikobi?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. We are indeed grateful to Investec for its kindness towards Basotho. I know that the Queen's National Trust Fund is not the only charity you support in Lesotho, as you also support Sintebale, another charity organization that was initiated by their Royal Highnesses, Prince Harry and Prince Seeiso. We are very grateful. Thank you. Louisa, she's not here. She told me she had to catch her flight. Thank you yet again for your sustained and unwavering support of the previous garden parties held back home. Our sincere gratitude also goes to Mayor, is it Mesalu through Nozala Investments? Yes. Those are our biggest sponsors for caring and going the extra mile to make this event possible and a success. At this stage, ladies and gentlemen, it will be opportune for me to quote one of the greatest leaders of South Africa, and indeed the world-renowned legend, Dade Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, when speaking about children. I quote, "Our children are the rock on which our future will be built, our greatest asset as a nation. They will be the leaders of our country, the creators of our national wealth. End of quote. Both our wonderful nations are created on a foundation and spirit of caring for others, especially the most vulnerable in our society. The spirit of Ubuntu. In Lesotho, we look up to the teachings and wisdom of our founder, the great King Moshoeshoe I, who founded the nation based on kindness, empathy, and love. Most importantly, he understood that these principles and virtues were critical in building a unified and peaceful nation. We, as the people of Lesotho, have a responsibility to look after our children, because by doing so, we are taking care of our future communities and nations. It is important that we give children hope and opportunities to change the course of their lives so that they can have a brighter future that will ensure that the future of their children and children's children are secured. We all know and understand that education is the key to a future of opportunities and choices. Educating the youth is also a great investment to eradicate abject poverty and develop a strong foundation for national economic growth. An educated nation stands a great chance of being competitive in our globalized world that is complex, constantly changing, and technology-driven. We also need to build a strong base of future leaders who will successfully lead our nations and the continent as a whole. It is for this reason that one of the primary focus of our foundation, the Queen's National Trust Fund, is education. Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted that presently we are educating around 700 high school going orphan children. But as you might imagine, this is just a drop in the ocean relative to the number of children that still need our help. Noting the unique challenges that the girls face, the Trust initiated a project to empower girls and contribute to their access to education and to also reduce the dropout rates in schools, which sometimes lead them to get married at a very young age, something that is totally unacceptable. To this end, Hlokomela Banana project, oh yes, and I'm wearing, that's the pin, that's our pin of the Hlokomela Banana, and the flag, was conceived, and it has made impressive strides since its inception, just over a year ago. The project, through solicited support from individuals and corporate entities, supplies what I like to call dignity kits to high school girls in order that they do not miss classes during their menstrual cycle. A total of about 12,000 were given an annual supply of these dignity kits in the first half of the year. And these girls were from about 60 high schools out of a total of 360 throughout Lesotho. The number of corporate sponsors involved in this initiative thus far remains at 25. While we still have a lot to do, we feel proud of this modest achievement, registered in the short period since the commencement of this project. We are confident that the enthusiasm that the project has generated, more will be achieved. To facilitate more individual support of the project in collaboration with our mobile network providers, we introduced a platform that enables individuals to adopt a girl with a yearly supply of those dignity kits. For only the last time I checked, it was only 66 maluti. So I don't know, 70 maluti. Well, it's roughly that much. Just round it up and make it a very neat number. And we do that, you simply send your short text message through either Vodacom or Econet Lesotho. During our recent gala dinner last month at home, a number of individual sponsors came to the fore using this user-friendly mode. And I've been advised that negotiations are underway to enable the same platform for subscribers here in South Africa on the mobile network operators. And once the negotiations are concluded, you will be duly advised. Distinguished guests, I'm aware that the Republic of South Africa has its share of the societal ills that we seek to address and arrest with your support. I am therefore humbled to see you reach out to alleviate the situation in Lesotho. This we do not take lightly at all. I therefore want to particularly register my gratitude to the South African businesses and friends that have found it befitting to uplift disadvantaged communities, and particularly children in Lesotho. Once again, I would also like to convey my gratitude to the Lesotho diaspora for organizing committee, for inviting me and organizing this fundraising initiative under the umbrella of the Queen's Trust Fund. And yes, I would like to take this opportunity to extend an invitation for you to participate in the main event that's held annually in Matsie in April. We will endeavor to schedule a date for the event of next year early enough in order that you advance notice for your kind attendance and also to get passports on time. I think that's always a problem. People realize when you go to Lesotho, yeah, I don't have a passport. I have to organize that. Thank you so much for the warm welcome and the kind reception that has been extended to me since my arrival here in Sandton. It has really made me to feel very much at home. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your generosity and hospitality. Kindness is the simplest way And together we can build a more caring world through the power of giving. I thank you for your attention. Also, Buddha.